Hey everybody, welcome back. Today I've got something really special for you. We're making quesaritos today. Now that is a combination of a quesadilla and a burrito all wrapped into one, and it's really delicious. Chipotle Mexican Grill makes theirs, and I'm going to tell you about my version today. We're going to be adding some grilled chicken breast with some taco seasoning, some cilantro lime rice, some pinto beans. We're going to add some guacamole, sour cream, pico de gallo, you name it. We're loading it up. It's delicious. So I'm Rockin Robin, and I'm going to show you how to do it right after this. Let's talk about our ingredients so we can get started. All right, here we go. We'll need some large flour tortillas. You want to use the really big ones so that you have room to fill that tortilla up and be able to roll it. I've got some grated mild cheddar cheese there. We've got our chicken breast. Here you can use chicken thighs if you want. I just happen to have or want to cook up the chicken breast because these are tenders and they cook up really quick. I've got my taco seasoning here. I've got sour cream, fresh guacamole, guys. Go ahead and make your guacamole, from scratch because it is just phenomenal. I've got a recipe for you. I'll leave it down in the description so you can check that out. But basically all it has in it is some nice diced tomatoes and some jalapeno and onion and some salt, and I tell you, it just is delicious. All right, here I have a little bit of some superfine dice on the onion there for our pico de gallo. I'm gonna make a real quick pico de gallo for you with a little cilantro, tomato, jalapeno, and a little bit of lime juice. We'll also need a little bit of salt for that, and I have here some pinto beans, and I'm just using a can just to keep this simple. You could use, black beans, or you could do refried beans if you like. And over here I have my homemade cilantro lime rice, which I also have a video for you, so again, check it out in the description. First thing we're gonna do is I'm gonna put together my pico de gallo so the flavors can kind of just mingle up, and I'm just making a little bit here, guys. But, and again, I have a recipe for you down below in the description on pico de gallo. But basically we're just going to slice up our tomatoes. All right, get all your little chunks together there, and then we'll just place it right here in our bowl. We'll add a little bit of our jalapeno. You can leave the seeds in if you want, make it hotter. Now guys, remember not to touch your face when you're cutting jalapenos up because those oils are really going to burn you and you won't be a happy camper. All right, so we'll add a little bit of jalapeno to this. I like to make it really fine in the dice department, and we'll just toss that right in there. All right, get as much jalapeno as you want in there. We'll go now with the cilantro. I'm just going to chop up a little bit of cilantro to toss in there. Now I already have my onions already chopped up, so I'm just going to add some of that. All right, and the last thing, well, second to last thing, is our lime. Now the only other thing we're going to need for this is some salt. So just give a little bit of salt to that, and then I'm going to let this sit in the refrigerator until we're ready to serve up our burritos, our quesarito rather. All right, guys, we're ready to start grilling up our chicken. What I got here is a grill pan, an indoor grill pan. I love using this thing. I've got the temperature on medium heat. And I'm going to just coat my chicken with a little bit of olive oil so that the seasoning will stick. So I'm just rubbing the chicken in a little bit, and then we'll season it up with our taco seasoning. So I'm just going to sprinkle this on. Use as much as you like, guys. And then I'll just start laying pieces on, and then I will season the other side. All right, our chicken's been cooking here now for about 4 or 5 minutes. I think it's time to turn it over. We're gonna cook it on the second side until it's done, and then we'll chop it up to go into our quesarito. All right, I'm gonna let this cook up for probably another 4 or 5 minutes, just depending until the juices run clear. I'll set it onto a clean plate. You always wanna put your cooked food on a clean plate, and then we'll be able to assemble our quesarito. We're gonna go ahead and cut up our chicken. So just cut it into bite-sized chunks. That's what Chipotle does. All right, guys, we are ready to put this thing together. So make sure you have all your ingredients out, hot, and ready to go. Preheat your oven to broil and put your rack the second layer down. So you're about 8 inches from the heating element. All right, so this is what we're gonna do. I've got a baking sheet here with some foil on it just to keep things clean, easy to clean up. Take your tortilla, lay it right on there, and we're gonna add our cheese. Now you're gonna be generous here with the cheese. It might seem like a lot, but it's gonna melt. Don't go all the way to the edge though, because it makes it difficult to keep the cheese on the tortilla if you go over the line there. And what we're gonna do is broil this first. Now the trick is not to get your tortilla to get hard and crispy, because we gotta be able to fill it and then roll it. So put your nice amount of cheese on there, and we're gonna pop this under the broiler and keep our eye on it, because we don't want it to burn or get too crispy. So you can see here the cheese is starting to melt. Now again, we don't want to leave this too long. We're gonna take it out right now. You can see the ends curling up, so I'm gonna take it out. All right guys, we're gonna start off here with some rice. So I'm gonna put some pinto beans on there, the chicken. I hope that you guys are drooling right now, because this looks really good, guys. I'm gonna do a little pico de gallo for that homemade guacamole. It's just gonna really take this over the top. Put a little bit of sour cream on there, and that should do it. Now the challenge is, it's cool enough now, hopefully I can just roll this baby up. All right, so now I'm gonna set this on a plate over here so you can see it. Every bit as good as anything you can buy in a restaurant, guys. So thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna cut into this for you so you can see the inside of it. But that cheese all the way around, melted, just really, people love it. People just love it. Look at this. You've got your cheese around the whole thing, and it's just fantastic. So guys, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. And if you enjoyed the video, please share it. Give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment. If you have any future recipes that you'd like to see me make, just let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to check out the description. There's all kinds of information down there for you. And of course, the recipe for this as well. So thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time with another delicious recipe. First,